that your health is with you, though.
We will keep decorating our home ashram, make the hill for next year so much more beautiful.
Where is the book? That book. And phone. He's always behind us. I don't want that he is behind us. पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेमप्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तदभक्ताय श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन स्वयं ददाति सततं आदानस्तेनं दन्ते रीदं जाते पुनः पुनः श्रीमद्रूपदाम्भोजोरे स्यात्मं जन्म In text 7, we have read the explanation of Swami that we are all diseased persons. Their diseases are of two kinds. One in this material body and another is in heart. Devotees, then those who are real devotees, they don't worry for bodily disease. Only they care for what disease? And that heart disease, what is that heart disease? If mind is cleaned, then everything is okay. If heart is cleaned, having this duplicity and others what?
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. More?
And not diplomacy.
You have come? Very good.
Yashodananda,
We all,
you're also mine.
where is Yashodananda? Very good. Only we are lacking of you 2, 3, 4. Now I think that our classes, our new prayers is full. So, our real disease is in our heart. And what is that heart disease?
Avidya. Avidya. Ignorance. Ignorance.
Hridarog. Srila Vyasdev or Srila Sukadeva Goswami has cleared it. Here, in heart, so strong disease, that Hridarog. Rog means Kam Rog. What is Kam Rog?
Lust.
Lust. Lust for worldly. So if duplicity, hypocrisy, to cheat others, this motive is there. This is dangerous. Anyone is full of ignorance, he is weak, no heart. He should be sincere. And if a man is has so much duplicity and all these bad things, he cannot progress. Never. He may do 1 lakh of harinam, whole day doing all these things. But he will always try to cheat others by worldly things. To take money, to have praise, that his name and friends should worldly go here and there for these things. Because he is not sincere. Especially the lust. How it will go? Only there is one way. To chant name in the association of any higher Vaishnava who has cleaned his heart, whose heart is cleaned and purified. He has so much developed his Krishna pride in his guidance always, obeying him, being in Vrindavan, if not by outwardly, inwardly, by mind he should be in Vrindavan. Then this heart will be clean. First bhakti will come and then heart will be clean. Don't think that we will clear our heart, everything will go away, then bhakti will come. Never it is. This is not authentic siddhant. And bhakti will come gradually, and by the power of bhakti itself, without any effort, this hritarog will go. Idancha Vishnu, Idancha Vishnu, Saddhanvita, Anushriyat. Saddhanvita Anushriyat means with Saddha, with great honor, sincerely. Anushriyat, Anushriyat means always, continuously hearing. How? With so much affection and love and honor. To be established in that always, continuously, without break. Then Anushya Athavarnayeja, and after that he is what? Describing. What thing? It has been told in the Ras Leela Prasanga. At the last, when Ras Leela was ended, stopped, and after that, Sukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj. Those who will not hear, they must hear. The verb is that you must sunyat. If you are not doing Sraman, not hearing, then it is like a offense. Because author is telling, Sukadeva Goswami is telling, Vyasa is telling, and you are not obeying. So you must hear. And after hearing, Sunyadata Varnidja Bhakti Param Bhagavati Pratilabhya. Then he will have bhakti first. And then Tilabhya Kamam. Then Kam comes. What Kam? Kam in the prem of Krishna. First come. And all hridaro, all bad desires, anything, ignorance, everything will go away. If you are not hearing the pastimes of Krishna, Satang Prasangamam Vargyasam Vidau, it is so powerful. You learn not to do anything else. Parikshit Maharaj never did anything. He only heard, and by this he went to Golok Vrindavan and served Krishna. So Anishriyat, you will have to hear this thing. And by this, you will know all tattvas. Jiva tattva, Maya tattva, Krishna tattva, Yoga Maya tattva, Bhakti tattva, Prem tattva, Sadhan tattva. Everything will know. And then, gradually, Sadhan Bhakti will come. After that, Bhav Bhakti will come. And after that, Prem Bhakti will come. And Krishna will be controlled by that very Bhakti. If anyone is trying, only trying, what trying? To give up this disease. But this disease is crazy. Developing and developing. We should come in a proper process. And this is to hear. So he is telling, the disease in heart. If mind and heart is playing, everything is playing. Don't take 20 times bath in sea or anywhere. It will not do. Because fishes live always in water and they are so much impure and they have so much durgandha. No? If a fish will come, jump from water and it will come. Oh, very nonsense will come. So always watching and it will not do. To clear the heart is only medicine. What? Nivartatarshai rupagi yamana bhausadhasrotri manobhirama Kavuttam sloka gunanuvadat umanja virajjeta pasu. If he is Vishayi, he is coming, having so much desire, offensive, anything, bhakta, nirvisheshvadi, anyone, he should hear and chant. That is the sloka in Bhagavad also. Ki kami vishayi nirvedeva harinam sankirtani saptika sreshta. Etat nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuto bhayam yoginam nipanirnitam harer namanukirtanam harer nam cheto darpan marjanam bhavamahadavagim. It will come from name. If we want that we should clear our heart, cheto darpan marjanam bhavamahadavagnirvapana. We will do all these things and after that we will chant Harinam. Absurd. You should, what you are, in where you are situated, in what stage you are, Kami Vishayi Bhogi, Durjan, all you are, you should be, no harm. Be sincere and then chant Harinam in the guidance of any Vaishnava Cheto marjanam bhavati. After that, cheto marjanam is easily. Bhava mahadavagni. The fire of world will be extinguished. And all kinds of virtues will come. Vidya vadhu jivanam. Then, Vidya vadhu jivanam. Who is Krishna? He is the jivanam of Vidya rupi vadhu, of Srimati Radhika. All Vidya, essence is Srimati Radhika. He is Radhini Shakti. So without name, she will not come. Vidya vadhu jivanam anandambu vibardhanam. The ocean of, endless ocean of ananda, pleasure will come. And then there in webs we will play for more things. And at last we will dive in ocean of love and affection. Never we will come to this moment. So begin Harinam where you are, from body, and try to be sincere, not duplicity. Don't want any money, vaibhav, or any worldly things. But we will be strong for this only by chanting and remembering and hearing. First hear. If we are not hearing all these things, we will not be strong. So we must hear and try to obey. The conclusion is that what? In order to get free from material desire, you should read some. In 72nd. In conclusion, it is that.
The conclusion is that in order to get freed from the material disease, one must take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra.
Don't try all other things. Don't tell that we should clear and then we will chant Hare. Nowadays this is going on. We should not Hari Katha. We should not associate. We should clear our heart and then chant Hari name. Never. If we have not come, we have heard from this, we have not come to be in one stage forever. We should try to be from Kanishta to Madhyam, Madhyam to Uttam. If you are not trying and you want to be always, forever, eternally in Kanishta, oh, it is good for you. But we will never wait for this. Always we should try to develop our Krishna consciousness. The key is in the hand of Uttam Vaishnava. So we should try to be in his association, always here. This will do very quickly. Go on.
The Krishna consciousness movement is especially meant for creating an atmosphere in which people can take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra.
But if you will make this atmosphere of Krishna consciousness in quarreling ourselves, having no honor for any Vaishnava, no faith in anyone, then atmosphere will go on. It will be ruined. And another for new for not fight are those who are sincere, they will go out of this Krishna consciousness. Now it is going on. So we should try to reform us, to honor all Vaishnavas. Those who will come, oh, very good atmosphere. We should chant Hari Name. And if you are engaged in self, what? Go? Enjoyment. Others are not so foolish that they will not know. They will know. And thus they will hate and they will go. Only the bogus persons will come and first they will be there and they will make money and after they will also. So we should be like chaste, bona fide Vaishnava. Especially those who are preaching. They should be like this. So he wanted to do his Krishna consciousness movement especially meant for the creating an atmosphere in which people can take to the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. One must begin what?
One must begin with faith, and when this faith...
What faith? What faith? What is faith? What is faith? That my chanting of Krishna name will give everything in my whole life. My life will be successful. Then there will be no need of going to university, impersonal university. Only to go to the school of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and Haridas in the University of it will enough. So Krishna can give anything in this world. We have seen Valmiki. He has faith in Krishna and his life was successful. Agastya took one pillow of water of sea, and he took all the water. Shankar and Brahma are doing all these things functions only by the grace of name grace. Swami Ji Maharaj preached everywhere by the serving his holy master and preaching Krishna name and doing Krishna name. He was not worldly qualified. World has rejected him, his wife rejected him, his sons rejected him because he could not make any money. They all rejected him. But only name, in whole world he is worshipped by these things. We should try to be like that. That fact be. Like Haridas Thakur, he was beaten in 20 markets and his blood went, flesh went, only bones were there, and he still chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The person who was beating him, he told that, Prabhu, you should die, otherwise my whole family will die. Oh, yes, I am dying. And he became like that person. They threw his body in Ganges. And they were now so satisfied and told to Kaji that, oh, we have done marvelous, and he now that we have throw his body in Ganges. After 1 hour they saw Haridas Thakur again in so healthy and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Again chanting, and he came from the Ganges and went to his place. All they wondered. How it became? He was dead. No bone, nothing was there, and still he is coming like before, more healthy. Then they told that he Jinda Pir. Jinda Pir means a person who is like demigod in his life. A man can be by his impressions, activities, after so many long time, long so births. But in lifetime he became like demigod. So, you know, Augusta, he did like so. A bird told that my ex, she has taken, and he is not returning, and the bird was weeping. Augusta Rishi told to she, went to see her. Oh, she is so weeping, you should return. Okay. but he never heard. Then he took water and took it. Whole she was tried and that egg was given to him. So, you know that the history of Sanatana Goswami? He threw his Chintamani in Jamuna and he was chanting Hare Krishna. He never remembered that I have a Chintamani anywhere. No use, because there are so many Chintamani. What the Chintamans were? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So you will have a firm, strong belief that by name everything can be achieved. Liberation, Swarga, Vaibhav, Rajya, anything. Want to be president of not America only, but the whole world by chanting. Have a strong faith of this. But we have no faith. When we go to serve Gurudev, 75 we keep in our pocket and 25 give him. Gurudev does not know or not know. Krishna knows or not know. They are cheating Krishna and Gurudev. Why? How they will be successful in this? So have a faith on name. Then?
And when this faith is increased by chanting, a person can become a member of the society. We are
That's
sent.
how his mood was so high. And now he is saying, he will be very sad. That they are not honoring any Vaishnava. What to tell Kanishta Adhikari? They are not going to honor anyone. So, we are
sending Sankirtan parties all over the world, and they are experiencing that even in the remotest part of the world, where there is no knowledge of Krishna, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra attracts thousands of men to our camp. In some areas, people begin to imitate the devotees by shaving their heads and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra only a few days after hearing the mantra. This may be imitative, but imitation of a good thing is desired. Some imitators gradually become interested in being initiated by the spiritual master and offer themselves for initiation. If one is sincere, he is initiated.
If one is sincere, but he is not sincere, he will be cheated. I think that I have been, Gurudev has given mantra and I am initiated. Now I can initiate anyone. How process, he knows, outwardly knows the process. He brings tulsi, keeps there. He brings from market very, very big
Chanting bead.
big
Japamala.
mala, very big. Not only some. When I get some smaller from market, they like from Radhakund or anywhere of 500 rupees. Oh, big. I cannot take in my hand. They thought that by doing so, Krishna will at once come. Krishna cannot come in 100 rupees. So, if any is sincere, he will chant on like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his Gopin's gown. But even for us, Tulsi Mala is so sacred and powerful. Please try. But don't use so many big. Smaller, not so big, not so small. Very easy. And try to take the mood of your Gurudev and serve him his words. I took initiation, and at sometime after some months I left my Gurudev and I became myself Guru. No, this is not initiation. So
If one is sincere, he is initiated, and this stage is called Bhajana Kriya. One then actually engages in the service of the Lord by regularly chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 16 rounds daily.
We are told what is the meaning of 16 rounds before.
Minimum 16 rounds, nothing less.
To bring them in. And for Western country, devotees only, not for India. Gurudev never tells. We have not heard. We heard from only Swami that 16 at least. Because they are always engaged in all these things. So far, they had no time at all. So at least you should chant 16. That it means not that if you are chanting 17, then you are doing offense. Some are, they told me that it is a very big offense to disobey Swamiji because he had told that you should chant only 16. So don't do like this. Otherwise you will go in the party of Narayana Maharaj. He will tell that you should chant 1 lakh. Don't do, otherwise we will kick out.
Should I read what he said?
Yes.
What he said there about chanting? About
No.
16 rounds? Just continue.
They know perhaps all.
Chanting 16 rounds daily and refraining from illicit sex, intoxicants.
This is clearing of heart. We should try to realize all these things properly. What?
Meeting.
And refraining from illicit sex. What?
Intoxicants.
And
Meat eating and gambling. By Bhajana Kriya, one attains freedom from the contamination of materialistic life. He no longer goes to a restaurant or hotel to taste so-called palatable dishes.
But we see now in a hidden way they go to restaurant and they do so many bad things. They should be satisfied by Mahaprasad Mantra.
Nor does he care to smoke or drink tea or coffee. He not only refrains from illicit sex, but avoids sex life entirely. Nor is he interested in wasting his time in speculating or gambling. In this way, it is to be understood that one is becoming cleansed of unwanted things, anartha nivritti. The word anartha refers to unwanted things. Anarthas are vanquished when one becomes attached to the Krishna consciousness movement. When a person is relieved from unwanted things, he becomes fixed in executing his Krishna activities. Indeed, he becomes attached to such activities and experiences ecstasy in executing devotional service. This is called bhav, the preliminary awakening of dormant love of Godhead. Thus the conditioned soul becomes free.
If sadhana is done to realize bhav, to attain bhav, then it is sadhana, otherwise not sadhana. Understand? We should know at first what is sadhana, what is our object. First our object, then sadhana bhakti. We should know all these things. What is bhav? What is prema? Then you can do anything for attaining bhav, then that will be sadhana. And if you want to attain prema from the stage of bhav, then it will be bhav bhakti, otherwise not. So we will have to know all these things. Whole life sadhan bhakti, and not that sadhan bhakti is real, not for done for bhakti, sadhan bhav bhakti. Then it must be not sarup siddha bhakti. It will be in the category of arup siddha or contaminated with karma and jnana and jog, tapasya and all of that. Not pure. If you are not going to a high stage of Vaishnava, how he can know all these things and how he can enter in practice it? So he is called then bhav.
The preliminary awakening of dormant love of Godhead. Thus the conditioned soul becomes free from material existence and loses interest in the bodily conception of life, including material opulence, material knowledge, and material attraction of all variety. At such a time, one can understand who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and what his Maya is. Although Maya may be present, it cannot disturb a devotee once he attains the bhava stage.
Maya cannot touch that devotee. Sometimes an occasion can come that he should be angry, but he will not be angry. There are some symptoms of bhav, where whether really you have attained bhav or not. That is sloka. Shanti, abhyakthakalattam, virakti, manashunyata, ashabandha, samutkanta, namagane, sadaruchi, asakti gunakhyane, priti tad vasatya sthale, ityadi bhava, sujjat bhavankulivan. If there is bhav, there are some symptoms. If you are doing sadhana bhakti, there are some systems. If Krishna prema is there, there are some systems. Symptoms. We will know all these by all these systems. What are these systems? You will have go to Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and or to hear from any bona fide person. Know that in the sadhu sangha, sarva shastra. Law matra sadhu sangha, sarva shastra. Even a very short time will change your whole life. So, is what?
Maya cannot disturb a devotee when he attains the
Maya
bhava
cannot touch. Abhyakta kalottam, virakti, manus, on a occasion may come that you be angry, but he will not be angry. It may be sometimes that you are disturbed so much by worldly things, but totally will not be disturbed. Like Ambarish Maharaj, he was just standing by me, doing like this. The death was coming, and seeing he was so shy. Prahlad Maharaj, Haridas Thakur, you can see all this.
This is because a devotee can see the real position of Maya. Maya means forgetfulness of Krishna, and forgetfulness of Krishna and Krishna consciousness stand side by side like light and shadow. If one remains in shadow, he cannot enjoy the facilities offered by light. And if one remains in light, he cannot be disturbed by the darkness of shadow. By taking to Krishna consciousness, one gradually becomes liberated and remains in light. Indeed, he does not even touch the darkness, as confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 22:31. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakara, Jahan Krishna Tahan Nahi Mayara Adhikara. Krishna is compared to sunshine, and Maya is compared to darkness. Wherever there is sunshine, there cannot be darkness. As soon as one takes to Krishna consciousness, the darkness of illusion the influence of the external energy will immediately vanish.
Actually, I was reading and getting class of this book, the nature of instruction, only for the 8th slok. My main purpose was to give an idea, outline of this slok. The purpose of all kinds of teachings. The teaching means the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Arup Goswami. If you are following this, to follow this slok, 7 kinds of slokas have been explained there. Only to realize this slok. So, Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Smrityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyojya Tishtana Praji Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalam Naeda Khilami Tityu Padeshasaram. Look what that Goswami is telling and now telling. The Sama chapter, all Upadesas taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By this slok, you can attend easily Krishna prema, which is our life of goal of our life, object of our life. So he is telling, Tannam Rupa Chaitanya. Read the translation.
The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Braj, Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service.
You will explain it. I want to read one stanza, 75, in the transcendental way. Because today, in the evening, so many persons will go. So I want to touch that thing, move in transcendental realm of pleasure.
In the transcendental realm of Braja, one should serve the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna with a feeling similar to that of his associates. And one should place himself under the direct guidance of a particular associate of Krishna and should follow in his footsteps. This method is applicable both in the stage of sadhana, spiritual practices executed while in the stage of bondage, and in the stage of sadhya, God realization, when one is a siddha purusha or a spiritually perfect soul.
Swami is quoting here one slok of Rupa Goswami from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu for this slok. And the slok is that Seva Sadhaka Rupena Siddha Rupena Cha Atrahi Tad Bhav Lipsuna Karya Brajalokanusha. The meaning is so deep, but very that Rupa Goswami is telling. That if you want to serve Krishna, then you should have a sadhana like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told. What is that sadhana? What is the process? He is telling. Seva sadhak rupena. You should serve like sadhak and also like siddha. Like we are giving an example. Rupa and Sanatan are all 6 Goswami and all Acharya, especially Rupa Raghunath. How they are serving? Sankhya Purvak Nam Gan Natidhi Kala Prasani Tutau Nidrahar Vihar Kadi Vijitau Chartanta Dino Radha Krishna Gunasmate Madhurinandena Sammodhitau Vande Rupa Sanatana Prabhujivau Sri Jiva Gopalato. Swamiji always used to recite this song with tears in his eyes. Very, very honorable. With deep love and affection. Sankhya Purvaka Nam Ganatiri. This is sadhan. Of what thing? To attain bhav. Sankhya Purvaka. Not less than 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. All the associates, like Rupa Raghunath, were doing, always daily. Sankhya Purvaka Nam. Gan. What gan? Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Again, Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam. Like this, 2, 3, 4 hours observed. Sankhya Purvaka Nam Gan. Bandana. Bhajami Radham Varapinda Netram Smarami Radham Madhurasasam Badami Radham Karuna Paratram Tato Mamanna Sigati. Always I am doing bhajan. Why? Doing bhajan of Radhika. Always remembering Radhika lotus feet. The mouth uttering Radhe Radhe Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Why? Srimati Radhika is unlimited merciful, more than Krishna. Tavai Vasmi, Tavai Vasmi. Like to so bandana always. After that doing pranam. Ashtang pranam. Sashtang pranam. Sashtang pranam, you know? Base, hands, two folding. And heart, inner heart, by speech, telling Hare Krishna, and do it like this. These 8 things should be there. Then Ashtanga Pranam. To whom? Radha Govind, Radha Gopinath, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Damodar, Radha Shyamsundar, Radha Raman, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Madhav, Radha Vinod Bihari, Radha Banka Bihari ji, Radha Vallabha, Radha Girdhar. So, and this is a pastime. Wait, नंद बाबा महाराज की जय हो, नंद बाबा की जय हो, जसोदा मैया की जय हो, कृष्ण कन्हैया की जय हो, दाऊ भैया की जय हो, रोनी मैया की जय हो, रसीली रसोईया की जय हो, and all these things. तो बरसाना की जय हो, विश्वभानु बाबा की जय, कृतिका मैया के, श्रीराम भैया की जय हो, लादनी महाभाव स्वरूपा मम आराध्या श्रीमती राधिका जी की जय हो, जय हो अनंग मंजरी की जय हो, जय है to all the places there. to Vrindavan, Nidhuvan, Bansi Bhatt, Keshi Ghat, Dhir Samir, Seva Kunja, so Mandirvan, where Radhika was married to Krishna. So Radhika and Krishna are playing on things to that places, to Jamuna, to Giriraj Govardhan, to Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, lakhs like this. 4 hours.
24 hours.
No, 4 hours. 24 hours, if you will there do then they will remember and they will faint. And they will roll down. Ha Radhe, He Radhe, Braj Devi Keshalavide, Nanda Sundar Shri Kalpapada Patale Kalindi Vanne Kutar Ghoshantavit Sarvato Bhedai Mahavi. So this is called sadhana. So these are outer sadhana. Down inner. Inner sadhana is more developed. Always sitting, playing in the webs of Radha and Krishna love, in the ocean of praying, unlimited ocean. This is sadhana. And internally where? Rup Goswami, Rup Manjari, Raghunath Goswami is. They are serving always Radha Krishna conjugal. Sometimes messaging Srimati Radhika. Sometimes Krishna is telling, come on, and they said, no, we will not come. They are hiding on the back of Srimati Radhika. This is service. Sometimes battle not. What service is more? Raghunath Das Goswami has told in his in his Savavali, he has told. Paniya, Tambularpan Padamardhan Payodana Visharajidi, Bindaranya, Mahesarim, Tosayanti Priya, Prana Presakhi Kulad Pikida Sanko Chita Bhumika Keri Bhumi Surup Manjari Mukha. These are. So he is telling, Siddha Rupena, this is Siddha Rupena, and Sadhak Rupena, what I told, Sankhya Purvak Nam Gandhaviri. They saw, always in 24 hours, weeping bitterly, rolling down on the bank of Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, sometimes in Vrindavan, Seva Kund, Bansi Bhatt here, on the bank of Jamuna, like these are sadhana. Only note that we should give books and 75% people in our body. In beginning, Swamiji told like all these things. Without this, we cannot go up. But forever, we will do only this and not coming in this line. That is why he sent me. He told me to go and help devotees. Otherwise, they will dry and giving of this Krishna consciousness and they are going to be. If anyone will not taste and advance, how can they be? Stay in this movement? If river is not flowing and water is stopped, then it will be rotten. And after that it will dry. See, bhakti is like a current. What bhakti will surely go up. And if it is not going by these ways, that he is telling. So we should try to realize all these things and do bhajan like this. I have given only a taste very little, otherwise they will tell Narayana Maharaj is Sahajya and he is telling all this. Flatly they will tell. I think that up till now, in 7-8 days, I am giving the Srimad Bhagavatam. What I have told. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj, Ajami, Missing Bhagwan, and all others, from bringing it. But if I am not touching Braja Leela, then it is all bogus. All bogus. So I should touch something and give you some test that you should not fall down. Otherwise you will fall down. Great. First today is finished. I've given only one touch. Finish. You should be have a very little greed. And if you have greed, then I will give so much. Go Pramana. Why weeping? Namami Nandanam. I forgot to tell one thing. Swamiji has written that even in the stage of bondage, what is the meaning? What is one to tell? In the stage of bondage, if you are condition stage. So you should hear. What? Damodar Leela we must hear. How Krishna took birth in both places in Mathura and also in highway to. How he was? He tested Vatsalya and other things. So we will hear it in bondage stage. We will be liberated, then we will be qualified. This is wrong and totally false. So, not so. I will explain it tomorrow. We will again meet in evening at around 5:30. Go to
Krishna